Cody Brewer there from Oklahoma, who came up from 133, but this is a situation where the Cowboys are heavily favored. Logan Ryan getting his first major opportunity in front of a big audience, of course. What big audience? I mean, this is as big as it gets. But
I love what Logan said. He says, I've never even competed in front of the fans at Carver. I can't even imagine in front of 40,000 in Kinnick. So this is his first time as a Hawkeye at home.
Yeah, there you see a nice little misdirection, go one direction, come back to the other. He's got the arm drag, and Heil gets the takedown. So good movement there, and that's something we didn't see out of him at the All-Star meet. He was basically on the defensive most of that match, and Brewer was constantly in on his lead leg. But this is a great opportunity for him. Showcase. We talked a little bit about that in the coaches' conference calls. Is that this is a little bit different approach for Oklahoma State. They're used to doing a lot of drilling and things like that, and John Smith admitted, he changed everything here in preparation for this, but he learned some things, and I think both coaches did in their preparation for this team. But you put in events like this in front of guys who want to be champions, it's an you expect big things.
Heil out of St. Edward's High School in Cleveland, Ohio area, Brunswick, Ohio, four-time state champion Ohio.
Nice little ankle pick there by Ryan. Ryan is going to kind of do what Gary Wayne Harding did for the Cowboys, is stay in the match. Stay in the match and see if you can go ahead and create pace that will be helpful to you later, be tough to score on. Heil back in on a shot. He's going to try to go ahead and scoop the bottom leg, push the head out, all right, kind of limp that right arm out. He's already got that. Now, but Ryan's got an opportunity to go ahead and come back through. No change, and after the call that you got last time, I don't expect the officials to give a quick point here, and they didn't.
Potentially dangerous.
Okay, potentially dangerous, and minute 2 left in the first period. Scored 2-1.
Heil back in on the Heil likes to work off that elbow tie, right? You saw that drag that he hit before, and Oklahoma State, more so than a lot of programs, will work off that elbow tie. That's kind of been the historical style right there. Push in, push back, and so they really pride themselves on you not being able to work their head too much. And of course, traditionally the Iowa style is to work the head, so it's always been through the years a great matchup of styles between these two programs, elbow tie versus collar tie.
These two wrestled last year, with Heil beating Ryan in an open tournament 8-1, and he'll lead 2-1 at the end of the first period here at 141 pounds, with the Hawkeyes leading 7-0 after 125 and 133. Hawkeye fans are
happy with that first
about, the first period of this guy they haven't seen before, Logan Ryan.
I think they got to be happy with that first period. And for somebody like Heil, you number 1 ranked guy, but a lot of losses on the season last year. You're spending most of the first semester, kind of reproving yourself. And sometimes you get guys that are All-Americans, and they go, well, I don't want to wrestle that guy. Then other guys are kind of, oh, gosh, if he can do it, I can do it. And
well, you make a really good point, Jim, because Dean Heil did not have a season that you can look back and say, man, that was a great season. He had a great finish.
Yeah.
And so right now they're looking for him to now really put it into gear and have a great start for the Cowboys.
And get bonus points. But part of being one of those top guys is you come into meets like this where you're heavily favored and you run it up. And that he's getting some riding time here. That riding time is now over a minute. But again, Logan Ryan doing what he needs to do to stay in the match. And look over at the Oklahoma State corner. They're really not telling him to either cut him or anything like that. Making the freshman prove he can get out.
Riding time advantage, approaching a minute and a half for Heil.
Yeah, just a basic near wrist ride. And, you want to test underclassmen in the down position. He's going to go ahead and put the leg in. I think Heil would like to get that that wrist behind the back, and I'm going to call stalling on the bottom man. He just can't get off his belly right now. Again, we always talk about this: elbows out and wrist in. You're going to get that wrist trapped, and now he's able to tip back, and now he's going to get 1 count. And it's potentially illegal there where they bring the wrist away from the back.
Potentially dangerous.
So dominating ride on top by Heil, but no points scored yet. There is a stall warning on Logan Ryan.
You know, Tim, when I wrestle, I really like to work one side of the body in the top position, which in this case would be Ryan's right arm. You work that right arm on that near wrist ride. Then when you're on your feet in the third period, that arm is about like rubber, all right? And so you can go ahead and attack that side of the body, and you're not going to have much resistance. So again, Heil right back up on that near wrist ride. So he's really put a lot of pressure on that right arm. Not much of a chance to get out here. No hip separation.
So your point being that Heil's really put the pressure on, and Logan Ryan certainly had a hard time from getting out from underneath. What will he be like in the third period here on top? Heil choosing down, Ryan coming on top.
Yeah, Ryan's a pretty solid wrestler in the top position himself. So again, 2-1 score, 2:25 of riding time.
Heil came to the Cowboys as a 133-pounder and really tried to make it work, but just couldn't. It was too much, almost left the campus, but his parents and John Smith helped him make a good decision to stay in the Cowboy program, and boom, you're 4th in the nation, you're an All-American, and you're ranked #1 as a junior, or as a sophomore.
There you see Heil working off that nice little arm drag there by Ryan. Now he comes back to the ankle pick, attacks both sides of the body. And this is what he's been able to do. He's been able to stay in the match. He's got to find a way to, get some attacks and get this crowd behind him.
The escape for Heil gives him a 3-1 lead. There is riding time, so it's effectively a 3-point lead, but the pressure now being put on by Ryan for the Hawkeyes. There's a nice shot by Heil.
Yeah, but he's trailed. He wasn't able to get his right toe out of there, and now
can he slip it?
He's going to try to go ahead and come up. He's got to limp his right arm back up on the top. He gets the 2-point takedown.
Hook the leg, 2-point takedown, and there's some separation for the All-American from Oklahoma State. Heil goes out in front 5-1. He's got riding time at 6-1 effectively, a 5-point lead. If you could turn him for 4, it would be a major decision.
Yeah, but Ryan needs to get his thighs a little bit closer to his chest here and create those, less of a pocket for Heil to get in, and he's in danger of probably getting called for stalling again. Cross-face cradle attempt, you usually don't get that. I mean, you got to really have a lot of Ed Ruth type strength.
Heil's shown a lot of patience, a lot of poise throughout this entire match for the Cowboys. And it looks like he's going to get their first win. They're stalling underneath. That'll be a point. That'll be a point for Heil.
Short time. So just a decision for the #1 ranked wrestler.
So a decision for the Cowboy gives them 3 points on the big board. Hawkeyes ahead 7-3 after 141 pounds with the sun shining brightly on the mat, and the 40,000 plus Hawkeye fans and Oklahoma State fans showing their approval, especially the black and orange, and they came in a bus.